Super they fashion slay. Ooh, ooh. Staying small isn't working for you anymore.
What the are you talking about, man?
Now, I don't see how anybody could ever take Jeffrey seriously. I mean, with the mix of makeup and thicker 5 o'clock shadow than I could ever dream of growing in, along with the chest hair puffing out of his sundress, he's pretty much screaming, "Don't take me seriously," right? Anyway, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I have a fairly crazy Clown World update for you guys today, and we got a lot to cover, so we're going to get right into it. Excuse me. Now, if you place your attention on the screen for a moment, I don't know. I'm speechless. Now, for our blind subscribers and people sitting way, way, way in the back, what we're looking at here is this fella who appears to be wearing a wig and has a pretty substantial beer gut is wearing a skin-tight jersey that says, "Due in October." Huh?
Man, you are one twisted
All right, let's hear what our old pal Dylan has to say. And real quick, anytime I play clips of people like Jeffrey or Dylan, I get comments saying, "Oh, you got to stop platforming these people and letting their voices be heard. You're part of the problem. If we ignore these people, they'll just go away." Well, I have the exact opposite view of that. These people already have huge platforms. Their voices are being heard, and they're not going away. So the way I see it, sunlight is the best disinfectant. We expose these people, then we mock them into oblivion. Roll it.
You know what's crazy? Before I transitioned, I was strictly a bottom, and now I just keep topping myself. I mean, this look. Come on.
You look ridiculous.
All right, next up. So this fella here is going to share with us his first experience tucking. Tucking. Now, if you watch these videos often enough, you know exactly what tucking is. If you don't, it's where these guys push they take their, you guys know what I'm talking about.
My meat and 2 veg, my twig and berries.
Yeah, that. Anyway, they take that and push it down towards the back so it looks like there's nothing there, no bulge or anything. You'll have to see for yourself. Roll the film.
Not tucked before, like, not really. I've, like, kind of dabbled in trying. It's been uncomfortable, but not as bad as I thought. Well, I bought my first pair of tucking panties. I just went on Amazon, just bought the first one I saw. They're pink. I picked the pink one. I don't know how to use them, so I'm going to go on YouTube and look up how to use them, but over 19 months in, I think it's time to try. Wish me luck. I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, so I've got it on, I think, to the best of my ability for a first try. I'm not going to zoom in on it, but it looks pretty smooth. Smoother than if it's not. So
He looks like a fucking loser.
All right, next up, here we have yet another person's opinion on what gender. Hang on one second, guys. I apologize. I know this is getting a little ridiculous, but I'm having some Wi-Fi issues again on my end. I don't think it's affecting what you guys are seeing, and I'm trying to rectify the situation, but I think I can fix it. And just like before, there was no interruptions in the video, so just bear with me 1 second. I just gotta fix this real quick, no interruptions, and we'll be good to go. Hang on.
I know you want me. Here I am, come and get me.
He was a retard.
All right, we are good. Perfect, easy fix, and just as I suspected, no interruptions. As I was saying, here we have another person's opinion on gender. And as I stated in the last video, where the hell do they come up with this stuff? Roll it.
Genitalia is very different than my gender. They're two separate situations happening here. The gender is this made-up thing, which under its binary construct is saying if you have certain chromosomes or genitalia, then you are supposed to have these characteristics and act in this way. And that in itself is flawed because it doesn't take into account all of the chromosomal variants, nor does it take into account the multiple sex identities that exist beyond the binary. Wow, could you imagine if every baby when they were born, they didn't have any of the pressures or expectations, and that the person you became had absolutely nothing to do with your chromosomes or genitalia? And before colonization, there were a lot of cultures that were like that on the globe. They created this binary system of gender because it made it easier to control civilizations. But that was before there were 8 billion people on the planet. And we got the internet, and we all got connected, and we realized that erasure happened when it came to non-binary humans. And for me, in my identity, what helped me lean into what I always knew about my gender was when I looked at this binary system of these characteristics of male, these characteristics of female. I was not either or.
You are a fucking moron.
So the fellow with the full thick beard says he's not a male or a female. Huh. Anyway, next up, so this young lady who in the past has identified as a red-tailed hawk is upset that the doctors don't believe her self-diagnosis. Roll it.
It is genuinely so up and frustrating that you can't tell a doctor, like, yeah, I'm autistic, even if, like, other medical professionals have confirmed it or agree with you. If you're not, like, officially technically diagnosed, you have to be like, yeah, so I think I'm autistic. I'm pretty sure I'm autistic. I'm, you know, the symptoms fit my experiences. Because if you just tell them straight out that you're autistic, it undermines their ego and their sense of superiority and their feeling of wanting to know better than you. Obviously, this is not all doctors, but it's an experience that I and a lot of other people have had, where you have to word things in such a way that the doctor can feel like they're giving you the answer and they're confirming it for you.
Are you off your f***ing meds or something?
Yes.
Alright guys, real quick, we don't have any sponsors for today's video. If you would like to sponsor the next video and help support the channel, there is a PayPal link in the description box below, and I will say your full name as a sponsor of said video unless stated otherwise by you. I don't know what this is, but we need to get it off the screen immediately. Oof.
What the f*** was that?
Alright, next up we have a very quick clip of this young lady putting butter on her pizza. Now, I've never put butter on my pizza, so I don't know if it's good or not. But this young lady enjoys it so much that it makes her eyes go crossed. Roll the film.
Bite my tongue, it's a bad habit.
Oh, wait. Was she a great big fat person?
Alright, next up, this young lady is going to tell us what the term cow poking means. Cow poking. Now, I've never heard of this term, but that's probably because I'm not involved in this degenerate lifestyle that this young lady is about to describe. Roll it.
So in polyamory, there's a term called a cowboy or a cowgirl or a cowpoke if you're non-binary, but there's someone who's monogamous and gets into a relationship with someone who's polyamorous with the intention of stealing them away from their other partners and making them monogamous again. Yes and no. Doesn't happen as much as people would have you believe it does. A lot of times the person who is being cowpoked is really just in an unhealthy relationship that's resolving in a way that they don't like. Unless the person doing the cowpoking is making your partner become monogamous with them, it's not cowpoking, it's just relationship turnover. And it happens. Sometimes you get into a relationship with someone and you realize your current relationship's really shitty and not working out for you, and that's okay. That happens. But a lot of people call this cowpoking, and that's not quite right. I personally feel that more often it's polyamorous people trying to convince monogamous people to be polyamorous than the other way around. But it does happen. People do get into relationships with polyamorous people hoping to make them realize they're the one, kind of.
I don't know what the f*** you're talking about.
And no video is complete without playing a clip of one of these teacher features. And actually, this person isn't a teacher. This person is the principal. Roll it.
As a school administrator, I will never intentionally misgender a staff member or student. Schools are supposed to be a safe place where kids can learn and grow and be themselves. As a principal of a middle high school, I am very passionate about making sure that all my students feel safe and included and respected. We have ability in our grading system or our student tracking system to change pronouns, preferred pronouns and preferred names. And that's exactly what we do. So if a student would like to change their pronouns, we can do that for them in our system, which also means that when they log on to their Chromebook, it will come up as their preferred name.
That is the stupidest thing I ever heard of. Jesus Christ.
All right, guys, we're going to be wrapping it up on this one because I've had enough today. The brain ache's just too much. And I'm fairly certain you guys have had enough too. Anyway, we're going to do it a little different. So usually we wrap it up with former Vice President Joe Biden or some other politician or something. Today, we are going to be wrapping it up with podcast co-host Ian Crossland. Now, he's the co-host of the podcast Timcast IRL with Tim Pool. Now, I have long thought that Ian Crossland seems fairly unhinged. He's just swinging at the fences. He'll snap at the drop of a dime. In this clip here, this pretty much solidified what I thought about him. Now, they're talking about the mandates all coming back. There's been a lot of rumors flying around that the mandates are coming back. And this is Ian's response to that. Anyway, things are clearly getting crazy out there, guys. So please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Till next time. Love you guys. Peace. Roll it.
That is the recipe to destroy your country, is to shut it down. Don't do that again. And don't make people put f***ing dirty masks on.
Nice.
I'm sick of it, man. I'm f***ing sick of it. I will not do it again.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
And you ain't black.